Illustrator has many painting tools. Let's just look specifically at the Paintbrush tool versus the Blob brush tool. So the Paintbrush tool, we find actually both of these tools together in our toolbar. We have a paintbrush and a blob brush. So if I use the Paintbrush tool, I always create a stroked path. So if I have a stroke here of, let's increase it so we can see a little bit easier, 5, and I click and drag, what I'm doing is brushing and creating a stroke. So I always have individual strokes. Even if I cross them, they are never connected. It's non-connected paths with every stroke. I do have options that I can get to for my paintbrush tool. If I double click on my tool in my toolbox, I'm able to see the fidelity, basically how accurate. This is the smoothness. And I also have some options with the width, and I can reset things and all of that. So the brush tool has less precision than the pen tool, but it really is a freehand approach. Now let's look at the blob brush. The blob brush is underneath the paintbrush. It looks very similar. This time let's just choose a color here so we can see. And I'll increase the weight to about the same weight that I had on the previous. Now what's different here, do you see how this acts a bit differently? 5 points, this seems pretty large. What has happened appears that I've drawn strokes, but when I select these, so this is the brush tool and you can see individual paths. This is with the blob brush tool and you can see it's a closed filled object. And where I overlapped the two strokes that had the same color, the strokes reunited and became one. So to look at this even closer, if I go to my view and view these in outline view, you can see how this is a closed shape and this is just a path. So that's the difference between the paintbrush tool and the blob brush tool. One creates individual strokes, one creates closed objects.